Hello, beautiful and exotic women of the world. I'm so excited to discuss this topic today because it is something that I have dealt with constantly in my life, and I'd love to kind of expound on this topic more, as I have also received some emails regarding this as well. So today I want to discuss how exotic Black women are a target for hate from all races of women. So just so you guys are aware, exoticals are brown skin, light skin, dark skin, or even mixed race women who have unique, keen features or just a distinct phenotype that sets them apart. So Exoticals United is a great channel on YouTube. She's amazing. She describes the hate that non-Black people may have toward exoticals as someone who doesn't meet their own idealized beauty standard in their own mind or in their own head. And so they hate you for being that beauty standard that they have in their own mind and that they desire and look up to. And they hate that you're doing it just as good as them, if not better. And so let's say, for example, you have a white passing Latina who, for whatever reason, has made you her target for hate. Your phenotypes are similar to hers. So you have similar hair texture maybe, or you have the same features as her. She will hate you because not only do you have the same phenotype as her or a similar phenotype, so she can't call you ugly, and on top of that, your skin is brown or your skin is dark, and that is something that internally she finds to be beautiful. So that's a double whammy right there. And for a lot of non-Black women, that is the thing that will tip the iceberg for them. That will take them over the edge, is when you're gorgeous, your phenotype is unclockable, and on top of that, you have a skin tone that they may find favorable. And because they can't naturally or without effort achieve the look that you have from birth, they will show that disdain for you by hating on you. For me, I know I've had a lot of bullying and a lot of abuse from when I was younger come from white passing Hispanic women. That has always been a trend for me. It's either been unambiguous Black women or white passing Latinas. So visibly you can tell they're Hispanic, but because of their look also shows that they are primarily white. So I'm talking about the primarily white looking Hispanic women have had a lot of smoke for me. They've always had a lot of problems with me. I've always gotten a lot of love from the more melanated Hispanic women and the more chocolate and dark-skinned Hispanic women because I resemble them. I've been told by people that I look Dominican. People have asked me, are you Dominican? Are you Panamanian? And I always tell them, no, I'm West Indian, but it's because we share similar phenotypes and similar ancestry, if we're being honest. But I've always gotten a lot of hate from very fair-skinned or white-passing Hispanic women. And growing up in a city where Black and Hispanic people are very close in proximity, so we grow up in the same neighborhoods and we go to the same schools. There's been instances where we've clashed simply because it was envy, and no one on the outside would think that because there has been a stigma in society that Black people are the only ones who perpetuate hate against other races of people. No one really talks about the hate that non-Black women perpetuate against exoticals. It's very rarely talked about, and I'm starting to see some exotical channels discuss it as some people have shared their experiences about getting bullied or mistreated by white girls or Hispanics. The list goes on, and again, we're not exempt from getting hate from anyone. And in my opinion, I feel that toxic white supremacy has led a lot of non-Black women to believe that they are superior to us while harboring envy for us because they understand that, again, Black isn't a monolith. We have mixed race, we have light skin, we have dark skin and brown skin women who are exotic looking, who have phenotypes that look just like some of these white passing Hispanic people or even some white people. So it's a shame that this happens, but they have been programmed. A lot of non-Black women and non-Black races have been programmed to believe that they are superior. But when they come across an exotical, the tables turn. Suddenly their stereotypes and suddenly their prejudices and their biases are challenged. White society has pushed an image of what Black is supposed to be and what Black looks like, and everyone who is non-black has kind of adopted those beliefs and those biases about black people as a whole, as a monolith. But then when they come across a Caribbean, a West Indian exotical, when they come across an Ethiopian, Somalian exotical, if they come across a Black American exotical who's monoracial but is ambiguous, or even a multi-generationally mixed exotical, or a light-skinned exotical, whoever, it challenges those beliefs that they have adopted. And they've adopted it because they want to be put on that pedestal. They want to feel like the only women who have any type of beauty or privilege in society. So when you come along as your beautiful Black exotical self, you challenge that belief in them and it pisses them off. When I tell you, I have experienced so much hate from non-Black women who want to be in our community, who find beauty in our men, who find beauty in mixed men, Black men, light-skinned Black men. They have shown that they love the men, but ironically, they hate the women or they hate the exoticals that are within the community. No, that doesn't work. So what I noticed is that they will try to gain proximity to our community. They will try to be with the men in our community. They will even go as far as trying to enhance their physical features and their body types to achieve our look that we have naturally, while simultaneously hating us. That's why this doesn't work, because I support women embracing any type of beauty standard and going after it and, adopting it for their own. But you can't at the same time shit on the community that it comes from or shit on the community that you are inspired by. You have to show homage and respect and show some type of love for the community that you are clearly and obviously admiring. But a lot of times these non-Black women, I've also seen this a lot with a lot of white women in the state that I'm living in now, they love our culture. They want to be ingrained in it. They want to create more exotical children, but they hate exoticals or they hate Black women. And so that doesn't work, because you can't want what we have while hating us at the same time. It's cognitive dissonance. And unfortunately, they have taken out a lot of this cognitive dissonance on us. So they will give us nasty looks in public. They're suddenly just thrown into this silent rage where you can just tell their face screws up and they get real sour and they just can't look at you for too long. You'll catch them looking at you, but then when you look at them, they'll glance away. It's weird. And then if they get around you, let's say you're in close quarters, if you're at a supermarket or the mall or the gym or at work even, they'll get in your vicinity and just eye you and look at you, and then they'll start to do things around you to be seen. And that's something I've experienced a lot, is a lot of non-Black women who admire my phenotype and admire my look, but won't say it, won't come out of their mouth and compliment me or say it, but are simultaneously trying to do what I do, will get in my space and try to be seen by me. And it's almost like a form of silent validation. They want to be noticed, they want to be seen, they want to feel like they can compete with me. And it's very troubling, because it's I'm not focused on you at all, baby. I'm here to get my workout in. I'm here to squat this ass, okay? And here you come standing next to me in the mirror when there's all these other machines available, all the other space in the gym available. Here you come trying to be seen by little old me. And I just want my exoticals to realize that any programming that you have internalized to make you believe that you are less than because we are living in a white society is false. It is an illusion, and it was a lie. The real MVPs, the real beauty standard, is us. Because if that wasn't the case, non-Black women wouldn't be out here making more exoticals, period. So it's crazy to me, and it's mentally mind-blowing to me that they would hate on us while simultaneously trying to make more of us with dark-skinned Black men or with whoever. So please don't fall for the programming that society has tried to push. I noticed too that they especially hate on exoticals when you don't fall into the stereotypes that they've created for Black people as a whole. And again, because they have put all Black folks under one umbrella, when you are different, they notice that too. And so when you challenge those stereotypes, let's say, for example, you aren't loud. Some stereotypes about Black folks is that we're loud, we're obnoxious, we're ghetto, we're angry. We all know that that's not true. That's not how all of us are. And because we all come in different shapes and sizes, we have a ton of variety to us. It's disingenuous to say that that's how we all are. So when you don't fit into the box that they have put you in, so yeah, if you're soft-spoken, if you have a great job, if you take care of your hair and nails, your hair is long, that's another stereotype that Black women's hair can't grow. Exoticals, you know that your hair can grow, okay? We know this. So if your hair is long, you have beautiful clear skin, white teeth, you take care of your body, you are educated, that challenges their beliefs about you. So much so to the point where they will become enraged. Some of these women will even befriend you. I've had girls befriend me who were non-Black, so they were Hispanic, but they were clearly non-Black. Okay? However you want to envision that, or if you have examples of that in your own life, think like J-Lo. Like, she speaks Spanish, she comes from the community, but she's not Black. Clearly, she's not Black. So I've had friends like this who they befriend me whole time. They are studying how they can emulate my hairstyles, how they can emulate the products I use in my hair, my skincare, the way I talk, the way I dress, how I walk. It's almost like I am this object that they can steal from. It's always felt like that. In hindsight, when I've come out of these friendships, I almost felt like I was violated because of how they just stole my identity. And then years later, I came to terms with the fact that they were jealous and envious of me, even though I didn't think they were, because they're considered the beauty standard. So how could they be jealous and envious of me? So it never crossed my mind in the moments where I was having fallouts with these women that they were jealous or envious of me, because in my mind, when I was younger, I'm thinking, you're the beauty standard. You should not be threatened by little old me. But looking back, they absolutely were, because exoticals are targets for these women. They like to study us and then run off and go be with a man from our community. And that's fine if that's what they want to do, but I just find it funny that that's always the trajectory. That's always the pipeline. It's hate on the exotical, go get with the exotical man or Black man in the community, make an exotical child. It doesn't make sense. I noticed too that it really pisses them off when you don't have an inferiority complex. So if you're not suffering from inferiority complexes because you know you're beautiful and you know you're different, and you don't shrink yourself down for them or around them, that will automatically trigger them and they will hate you for that. If you don't shrink yourself down around them and make yourself small so that they can shine, because again, they believe that they're supposed to be on that pedestal. They don't think that you, the exotical, who's just as beautiful, sometimes even more, should be on that pedestal. They don't think you should. So if you do, if you threaten their pedestal, if you threaten that mantle that they've been put on, they suddenly will hate you for it. And it makes it worse when you don't have those inferiority complexes within you. So you're operating in the world like you are cream of the crop, which as you should, but they're going to hate you for being confident. They're going to hate you for holding your head high. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into spaces where it's been nothing but white girls and white women, and because I'm carrying myself a certain way, I have confidence, I'm taking up space in the room, I'm not talking quietly to appease them, the looks that I get could kill. In their minds, they think you should make yourself small and feel less than because of the stigma of being Black in America. But exoticals are different. We absolutely are different and have privilege. And so they know this, and it bothers them because they cannot make you insecure or self-hating. And that is the biggest thing here, is that they cannot make you fit into the box that they want you to be in. What they're not going to tell you is having privilege is a good thing. Having privilege gets you in rooms and places that you wouldn't even imagine. And so because they want to gatekeep privilege, they want to gatekeep having access to things, they want to gatekeep the opportunities that privilege comes with, they're going to try their hardest to perpetuate self-hate onto you. So they're going to try their hardest to make you feel like you're average, like you're normal, like you're not nothing compared to them. Whole time in their little minds, you are their beauty standard. That's the mind-blowing thing about women who are non-Black, who go out of their way to tear down exoticals. They know in their heart of hearts that you are it for them. They want to make a baby that looks like you, but they won't admit that out loud because that would mean dismantling their pedestal. That would mean that they would have to get knocked down a peg off of the pretty privilege food chain. When in reality, why can't we all eat together? Why can't we all coexist and get privilege and get money and live our best lives. Pigs would fly before they would let that happen, okay? So, ladies, please drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about women from other races hating on you for being exotic. I'd love to hear some of your experiences and your stories because I know this is so common within the Exoticals community. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share some of your stories of benefiting from privilege or being hated on for being an exotical by other women from outside of the Black community. Have a lovely day, ladies.